The next one with substitution that we're going to look at is number 18 right here. Okay, if you notice on number 18 we do not have an equation solved for a variable, but if we're asked to use substitution we need to get one solved for a variable. If you notice, we want to solve for one of the variables if possible when using substitution that has a variable with a 1 in front of it, or possibly a negative 1. If you try and solve for other variables that do not have a coefficient of 1, you end up with a lot of fractions, sometimes messy fractions, and it gets a lot more complicated. So I notice that on this problem, I have this x right here in the second equation with a 1 in front of it. So I'm going to solve that for x. And when you're solving systems by substitution, you don't have to solve for y. I think many of us get ingrained that we always solve for y, and that is true when we do any graphing stuff, but we're not graphing here, we're just solving by substitution. So we're going to rearrange and solve that second equation for x. Actually, let me make this a little bit bigger here. So I'm going to add 5y to each side. So I really have this second equation now with x equals 5 plus 5y. Okay, and you can't combine them, they're not like terms. You could write the y term first if you wanted to, but I chose not to. So now I'm going to take what x is equal to after I rearranged, and I'm going to put that into the top equation right up there for x. So if I come down here, I really have this top equation now. I have negative 4, and then in for x, I'm putting that 5 plus 5y, and then plus 4y is equal to negative 20. Then I'm going to distribute my negative 4, so I get negative 20 minus 20y plus 4y is equal to negative 20. Now I'm going to combine my y's. Okay, so I'm going to combine these two terms, so I'm going to have negative 20 minus 16y is equal to negative 20. Then I'm going to add 20. I'm going to add 20. That's 20 there. So negative 16y is equal to negative 20 plus 20 is 0. And then I divide by negative 16, divide by negative 16. So y is equal to 0. So I just found y, and you can get 0 for an answer just like you can any other number. Now you have to go back and plug in 0 somewhere. It's probably easiest right up here where we had this solved for x to go put the 0 right in there for y. So I would have x equals 5 plus 5 times 0. Well, that's 0, so I get x is equal to 5. Now we should write this as an ordered pair. So if I write this as an ordered pair, it's x comma y. So I'm going to put my 5 in the first spot, even though I found that second. That's my x value, and 0, and that's my answer.